Ooh, Georgia weather.
The heat, the heat, the heat.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Effie's Bubble. Today, we are switching gears just a little bit. We're going to talk about a topic that haunts a lot of people, me included. I don't know about you, but
I mean, we're human.
I
I
know.
think this. I think this actually touches everyone. I'm
Sorry,
Chef
guys.
Tucker.
Outside life.
I know we're outside in this lovely weather.
Breathe.
Um, Chef Tucker, back again. I think this, as long as you're human, I mean, this touches you in some way, shape, or form. So this is a topic that we're getting into, hurt and healing. We're just going to, it's only 3 questions. We're basically just going to say the questions and answer it, what it means to each of us, because at the end of the day, everyone is going to have a different solution and a
True.
different way that they're going to deal with hurt and disappointment or healing. It's a process for everyone. So jumping right into it. So, for hurt and healing, what does peace mean to you? And what does peace look like for each of us? Because for some people, it may just be, you know what, I'm going to go sit on my couch, turn off my devices, have my favorite meal. And the next day, it's like it never happened, But for other people, I don't know who, but, I'll hold on to it till the sun go up and down about 500 times. And then I'm still like, yeah, remember that time when, so.
Yeah.
So what does peace, so you can go first as we find out, like, what does peace mean to you? What does peace look like in your eyes?
Well, for me, peace could be loud or quiet, depending on the situation. And for me, inner peace is beauty. It's free. It's achievable. It's hard when you're going through some situations like hurt, disappointment, but peace is just serenity, where I just find myself to where I'm like, okay, this is what happened. This is how I have to deal with it. Because if I don't deal with it, I'm not gonna be at peace at all. If I hold it inside of me.
Yeah, but for you, like, all of that other part, yeah, we get that. But how do you actually deal? Like, what does it mean to you? Like, when you are at peace, when you're at your best self, what does that look like?
Oh, joy. Peace makes me smile a lot. And it kind of gives me that, I don't want to say childish, I feel like a baby when I'm at peace. Because babies are so innocent.
Honest.
That too. But peace for me it's great. It's the best thing ever, because when I'm at peace, I know that I'm able to deal with whoever the situation, and I'm able to move on from that, whatever chaos it was, because I don't thrive well in chaos. I shut completely down. I can't even
I'm the
think
opposite.
right.
I'm really good in chaos.
It's like when the world is so chaotic, or my little world or bubble is so chaotic, I'm like,
oh no, I thrive in the center of the storm.
I mean, I don't want to be in a roller coaster that I don't know what side I'm gonna get off.
See, difference, y'all. I'm ready for my turn, y'all. Keep going, girl. I'm ready for my turn.
So for me, peace is everything. It's just that place inner. It's like when you're in a bottle, just sitting there, like, I don't care what's going on around me. I don't care what you're all doing. I don't care what you say at that time, because when I'm at peace, I'm able to focus. I'm able to, rejuvenate myself. So, how about you?
Well, for me, like, a lot of times I don't know if it's chaos. I would say more pressure. Like, when I get in a situation where I'm like, oh, I'm just not comfy, I'm on edge, I'm like, I gotta shine. Like, I don't know, that's the twin in me, the other side of the Gemini, I'm like, girl, get it together. But
there you go.
yeah, but for me, a lot of times, if there's a lot going on, what does peace look like for me? If I can go home and it's just quiet, and there's Dylan running around, and the smell of food is cooking, and my family is around, I'm like, okay, I'm in a safe place. Like, that's peaceful to me. But at the end of the day, for myself, sometimes if there's a lot going on, I'm like, okay, you need to remove yourself from the situation. Like for me, I talk to myself a lot.
Don't we all?
And I answer.
Do you answer yourself?
And I answer, y'all. I do, because I have great conversations when I'm hearing exactly what I need to hear. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I really do. If it gets to a situation where it's really, really hectic or toxic, or it's something that I know that I cannot control, in my 20s, I could control everything.
Run the world.
Look, quote unquote, right? Like, in my 30s, I was like, okay, trying to fit this round circle in this triangle, it's not gonna work. Okay, I need to back up. So 40 hit, Dylan was born. I was like, ooh la, new awakening, So peace for me became a lot different. If the household was running smoothly, if a lot of things was in place, then it was fine. But if things are off, for me, talking myself through it, or I don't really talk to a lot of people. I have a very, 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 very tight-knit circle, as you can attest to. But for me, like, talking through it by myself, talking through it, getting an understanding, why did it happen? How did it, affect you? How can you change it? Is it something that you could control? No? Okay, let it go.
True.
I've learned to kind of let those things go that I cannot control. That's not for everyone, but at the end of the day, like, learning and growing and working through situations, I've learned if I can't control something, I can't control how you're gonna talk. All I can control is if I'm gonna stay here and listen, then yeah, where are the car keys? Bye. Like, I'm not, like,
where's the door?
Yeah, I don't sit in situations that doesn't work well for me. So, but that's just me. Inner peace, I just need to be happy. When I have my family around, we're all cooking, we're all laughing, we're all talking. That's just peace for me, to be able to get the love and everyone surrounding you, put you in that bubble.
It's a safe bubble, I tell
It
you.
is.
When you
It's
create it for yourself.
Bubble. It's such a safe bubble.
So when you're hurt, how do you find and maintain that peace that you've acquired for yourself?
Since
Again, everybody.
Look, since I'm talking, I guess I'll go next. But for everyone, it's different. It's completely different.
Right.
Like for me, like I said, faithfully, this pandemic really threw me for a loop, because mini vacations was it for me. Will would always be like, Will's my husband, y'all. He would be like, oh, she's inbred. She needs a vacation. She had her feelings about everything. The plate didn't get washed. She had her feelings. So the little things for me, like maintaining my peace, I know, okay, I have to maybe take a few days to hang out with myself, or go somewhere with the family. Just, the phone is on airplane mode the entire time, because we're not answering anybody. That's a big deal for me. Also, my time. With the pandemic hitting, I wasn't able to do my massages anymore. That was my 90 minutes of just me. And that was a big deal for me. I would schedule my spa day faithfully twice a month. That was my peace. That's how I maintain. Because when someone has hurt you, at the end of the day, no one can tell you how to fix it. Mm-hmm. You can listen to people, you can take advice from people, but at the end of the day, this Georgia weather, yes. My beautiful sugar is melting.
Nice.
My beautiful sugar is melting.
It's kind of warm.
But it just depends. For me, like I said, taking a small getaway, having my me time, that's me maintaining, and that's me figuring out what's my next move in this game of chess. So I mean, that's about it for me. How do you handle the same?
Maintaining peace. you know, I've always been this person who, I'm not gonna say runs away from situations, but it's like, you know, something happens and you're like, well, it didn't. And you're like, oh wait, it's not leaving. Sorry for the noise, y'all. It's here to stay. So for me, I have learned
As he drives by and stares
Right.
at us, y'all.
it's the
It's the melanin.
got it.
It's the perfection over here.
Maintaining the peace for me, I have learned to seek. Because I'm that person, or I used to be that person. When I'm going through something, I just don't want to be bothered. I always want to try to figure out.
Do you shut down? Like, what do you do? Like, do you just no? Like, you're saying I'm that person. I just. But
I
what
used
is
to
what is
be.
what is the use? Like, what do you use
I used
to
to
do?
be the shutdown person, don't bother me person. Let me try and handle it, even if I know I can't.
Yikes! Oh, girl, I'm happy you grew, because that would kill you.
And you know, it's like, you know, as women, well, let me say as women, but I feel like, you know,
Strong people.
right.
We're not leaving the men out, because we have a
Strong,
few out
right.
there that
And, you know, I'm like,
work
I'm
with us.
independent. I can do this for myself. But I learned from people like her, my sisters, you know, my family. It's okay to reach out. You cannot.
People that you trust.
Not everybody.
And people that are in your circle that wants to see you succeed.
Yes.
Telling everyone your issues is not a good thing. And just because they're blood doesn't
Don't
mean
mean-
they're on your side.
Woo,
Girl, preach.
girl.
Preach. Amen.
So now that, I mean, I'm older in, you know, in that section, I know how to reach out, and I know peace is important, because if I don't have peace, there's sickness from inside. You're so sick, you feel like your bottle bursts under pressure. Now for me, I just want to take that day. I want to go have a lunch date, dinner date, have some drinks, go speak to my girlfriend, or just take the kids out, just go somewhere. I'm like,
What's a
okay,
Pokeball?
right. Be like, where do y'all want to go today? They're like, how about we go to? I'm like, okay, sure, why not?
Let's roll.
Because, and now with the pandemic, whoa, it was a 360. Because now everybody's home. There is no outlet.
Yep.
You are each other's outlet.
Yep.
You get mad at me, the kids are mad. I'm like, okay, I cannot change the situation, but I can change how we deal with it.
Yep.
But I never used to know how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I can change the situation,
Growth,
but a pandemic
Growth.
can change it.
You know, a lot of people have said like the pandemic has been like this horrific situation. Yes, it has. We're not taking away from anyone that's had a bad experience with this pandemic, but for us that was able to be with your kids, you know, you were able to talk to your family, you were able to get that close-knit community,
Right.
like that circle, that bond, that made a huge difference in survival. Not just making it through, but in your survival. Because I know if it wasn't for this small circle, I would have probably just ate all the food I cooked. I mean, I'm just, you know, like, okay, let's go walk. You know, it's 5 a.m. What do you mean? It's cool. Let's go walk. Okay, fine.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like that. Okay, we're gonna have taco night, but we're not gonna do it normal. We're gonna do it, you know, the healthy version.
Right.
You know, having outlets. The pandemic has changed a lot for us.
Yes, it has.
Mentally, emotionally, and physically. Physically, we have changed. Don't look at my belly, y'all. But
I can't.
just don't look at the belly. This is
Just the belly?
This is pandemic fat. The rest you can suck in. I can't with you. But you know, like that, it just teaches you so much. Like you've learned. Like, it's been a year of learning and
Yes.
growth, management, and being better.
And you know, also, now that you said that, being home with family, we were always so busy. And for me, it's like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. I'm a mom, I'm a partner, I'm this, I'm this. I mean, I'm like, okay, when do I get not to do something?
Yep. Good luck.
So even when you're losing yourself and losing your peace, you don't even know it because you're always
Yep.
like, I
You're
gotta
always
do
on
this
the
for the
move.
kids.
You're
I gotta
always
do this for
working.
my partner. I gotta do this. Then you're like, wait. So that for me was just a rude awakening when the pandemic came. It's like you don't have to do everything for everybody. When do you?
Yep.
But it's a learning curve, so there's more to it as we grow.
All right. So in what form do you find peace? Like for me, I already told you. I already told. This is peachy, Ruth. This is peachy.
I can't. What is it?
Whoa is right. You see how she's giggling, y'all?
Form do I find peace?
Digress.
I'm happy. I'm peaceful.
Yes. Like for me, like I told you, that's that massage, that 90 minutes with hot stones. Like, seriously.
Finding peace. A lot of times when you find peace, it could be in the most basic thing. Take a walk. Breathing that air. Through your thoughts for the day. What happened today? What triggered that? What can I do not to repeat that to keep the peace in the household or between the kids?
And that's a big piece. How do you not repeat the things that caused the hurt in the first place?
Yes.
And a lot of times we never address that.
No, we don't.
Because we're just like, she moved on, we're good, moving along.
But I haven't.
And in a month,
I'm so pissed off still.
And in a month, you're like, the dishes. And you're like, wait, what? It's one dish. What is the problem? So things manifest.
Because last month.
Right. Things manifest in different ways, So your peace and maintaining it on getting rid of the hurt.
Communication.
Yep. Oh, Lord.
It's
till
a
you
big...
Till you blew in the face.
I mean, everybody... You can communicate to people. Some people take it good. Some people are like, you don't have to tell me what I need to do. But it's not about telling you what you need to do. It's trying to avoid the trigger points.
Yep.
We've been through this before, babe. We've been through this before. How can we not go back?
Right.
Because when it hurts and when you keep getting hurt, you just want to not deal with the situation.
Not be bothered.
But at the end of the day, when you want good out of that situation, you're like, let's try not to repeat.
But this is that's a good point, because I remember after I left Jamaica, my dad was married. We went to New York. It was literally 7 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment in New York, and you were just like, oh my God. In Jamaica, I had a huge house. But I knew better was coming. My father was like, this is gonna be good for us. We're gonna have growth. We're gonna, and that man could sell you, a slice of meat when you're a vegan. So I believed everything. I was like, I'm eating this vegan steak. So
it's like beef.
But it's vegan. My dad said it was, so it is. Damn it, my dad said it was. So at the end of the day, it's just like, okay. You have all these different things that's going on, and he would say, hey, this is going to be this way. And I would be like, okay, I have to believe it. I have to fall in line,
Right.
All of these different things are going to challenge me every single day.
Part of life.
But this is someone that I believe in. This is someone that I trust. This is something that I can make work. And you're sitting here, and this is 12 and 13.
Teenage years.
Oh no, honey, I was never a child.
So I just said,
look, I was never a child, so those years didn't bother. Girl, I was born big. I was born big. I had a focus, I had a dream, I had a passion. I knew what my purpose was. Young and early. Seriously, But it's believing in someone and something.
Yep.
To being able to say, hey, this is the path I'm going to walk because I believe you, or because I know the things that's going on, you can make a difference and you can change that. At the end of the day, we have to have something to believe in, something that we know is going to ring true for us every single day and time.
True that. Yep.
You know, for us, we are always like, we're women, we have to fix the world.
Oh Lord.
No, there are men out there fixing the world too, so we have to give everybody their credit. But whatever it is that is important to you, whatever it is that's going to make you a better person, you have to seek that. You have to find that understanding.
Because not to cut you short, but whatever is urgent to you,
It's not urgent to somebody else. When you go to the beauty salon and you be like, oh, my hair's jacked up, and she's like, there's 20 people in front of you, you better go sit down. I mean, you
The
know,
wait time is.
you take your time and you put that in perspective. Like, I just got here, you know, okay, I have to wait. But when life happens, we don't put it in perspective.
Yep.
We just figure we
Instant.
have to deal with it right now.
Now.
Oh, I'm an instant person. Like, I'm instant. Like,
The Instapot.
I am. I'm an instant pot, like, forever and a day. You know, I get a thought in my head. I need to process it. I need to get it done. So for me, when I get hurt, when I get to a point where I'm not happy with something, I need to figure out an instant fix to get me back in that I feel good, that cloud feeling. Am I happy? Am I comfy? Am I sustained in where I'm at?
Right.
You know, like, I want to be. But I've realized a lot of situations when you're going through hurt and when you're going through trying to maintain your sanity, because it will drive you crazy.
Big piece. Yep.
It will drive you crazy. You know, it's going to take time. Nothing happened overnight.
Only an emergency.
You know, and even that will affect you for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know, you ever had an interview and you're sitting here going, I could have said this, but I didn't. And it bugs you for days and days and days. But you still get the job.
Yep.
And then you're sitting here going, was it really worth the sleep that I lost?
It's lost emotion.
But you have to go through it. So maintaining your peace, you know, I'm happy doing this. I'm comfortable doing that. I am going to get through this.
Put you first.
You know, you have to put the process in place to be able to maintain your emotions, maintain your family. But that's just for us. Like, for you guys, there's a whole world out there.
Different logistics and oops, sorry guys.
Heritage, culture,
Yep.
upbringing,
Many pieces
male,
to it.
female.
Mhm.
I mean, things are handled so differently, you know?
And sometimes it's like we worry about society. What are they gonna think when I
You
do
ain't in my
this?
house, I ain't got time
What
for
am I
you.
gonna do to fix this so and so doesn't think whatever? But at the end of the day, you have to be your own society, your own best friend, your own cheerleader. To find your peace, you've
Yep.
got to be your own self.
Yep.
Step out of the situation, analyze it, but not for too long, and then try to go back.
No, not like you said, not for too long, but different steps and different processes are going to take different time lengths depending on who you are.
True that.
Because if you're a person that's just learning to deal with hurt, let's think about a young person that think they're in love for the first time. And then you went out with my best friend, which didn't even know you had a crush on somebody. You know, like that
Right.
hurt. That hurt to you, it's minuscule. But to that kid, it's monumental. You know? So just understanding the hurt from each person's perspective, it's a super deal. You know? Because you're sitting here going, hey, girl, please, you bucked your toe in what? But, you know, that person is looking at it like, my toe is busted, it bled, I'm a foot model, I lost my toe, you know, I'm losing the nail, the polish doesn't look right.
That's true.
You know, so it escalated in that person's head when you, as the outsider looking in, you're like, girl, it's a toe.
And that's why it's important not to undermine or underestimate somebody else's hurt and pain, because the mountain to me, for her, could be just a little speck of you know. So, people,
Mm-hmm.
it means a lot to,
Yep.
it's not being judgmental, but to take each other's peace and serenity as you want yours to be treated, treat some other cultures the same.
Not even the way you want to be treated, because there's some people out there that forgive and forget in 20 seconds flat.
Children, maybe?
Nah, bro. There's some people out there that they're like, oh, you're not about to affect my life. But, you know,
True.
those are people that compartmentalize, and they're like, you go over here, you go over here, you go over there. And then when that rage pops out, you're like, they just made a wrong coffee. I don't even know what happened. That's that 5 years of all them compartments that exploded, you know? So
One day.
So, you know, when you think about when someone is telling you something, okay, don't be quick to answer from your perspective.
Yes.
Because answering from your perspective or my perspective could be a huge trigger for someone, you know? It can also be a solution, but you don't know at the time
True that.
what
That's
your
very
answer is going to do. You know, jumping back into, you know, leaving Jamaica, going to New York, being in that small apartment, like my stepmother was very much a trigger pusher. Like she would tell my father anything to be like, oh, you about to get in trouble. You know, but my father knew us as, okay, they're good kids. So he would always come to us and say, hey, I was told A, B, C, and D happened. Tell me your side. Which was a good thing, because if we didn't have that relationship, you know, be an immigrant,
Whoa, whoa.
I would have been in a cold shower lots of nights trying to be like, and let me just let this swelling go down. But my father wasn't that person. You know, he wanted to listen to you. He wanted to understand where the hurt was coming from.
Right.
You know, so that's
Good
what
riddance.
that's what we have to do a lot of time. Oh yeah, girl. There was a party when she left. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But, you know, you never know what someone's going through, how they're going through it, and what is going to change their life. It could be one word
Oh, yes.
that you say that could be an enlightening moment. They would be like, the bulb
Light
just
bulb.
went off, you know? Or it could be like,
Why did she say that, or why did he say that? Did
how
they
could
have
you?
to?
Why? You know, am I worth it? Did this really just happen? So our words are very, very powerful.
The tongue is a powerful weapon.
It is.
Yes, it is.
You know, so we have to be very, very mindful. What we're saying, how we're saying it, who we're saying it to, when we're saying it,
Why we're saying
and
it.
why we're saying. I mean, you know, when you have your friends, you think you know 100% of who they are and what their triggers are. You only see a version of that person.
Until
The husband sees another version, the wife sees another version, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the ex, the, you know, the parent, the mom, the dad. There's a version. My father says that all the time. Oh, my kids have a version for everything. You know, he's like, they have a version for me, they have a version for their spouse, they have a version, you know, so we have different versions of who we think you want to see, right?
Yep. It's just like we tell the kids. So today what happened? I didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to what?
Oh,
Oh.
I forgot.
Oh, you didn't know already. Oh, how do I clean this back up?
Yep.
But there's a version for everyone and everything, and how are you going to perceive this? So,
So for you, when it comes to forgiveness after something has happened, how is it for you? Is it hard to forgive? Do you forgive and forget, or what do you do? Or how is it for you, pretty much?
that's a question for y'all, because we could stay on this point like all day. But I'm sure our little 30 minutes is up. But, you know, to you guys that's watching, you know, share with us. You know, some of your points, some of your techniques. How do you deal with hurt? How do you deal with forgiveness? Have you moved on? Are you still in a bitter situation? You know,
And what is holding you back?
What is holding you back? Because I know for me, like, I'm just gonna do a little. We keep talking forever, but like for me, I've had a bad relationship, you know, within my family, and I'm just like, you know, I keep trying and I keep trying and I keep trying, and then, you know, people are just like, if you're gonna forgive and forget and move on, I'm like, I'll
Drop
forget.
the mic.
I'll forget. No, nah, bro. I'm gonna forgive, but I'm not gonna forget because you're not gonna get a second chance, and that's my craziness. But, you know, being in a situation like, does that keep hurting you more than it's hurting the person? Because does the person know that you're that PO'd? You know, like, I've already told my person many times, bro, we here. I don't have time for this, you know, but they keep trying, but they don't know. I think it's a mental block. Like, they don't know how to move forward. So I've just been like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. But then they do something that you're just like,
Oh.
you know,
I think pretty much communication is key.
It's key.
Many things.
But you have to know your role in the relationship.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You have to know your role
In
whether
any relationship.
Whether it's parental, it's romantic, it's mentor, it's friendship. What is your role? What is your role? You know? Because this person just have absolutely no clue how to do their role. And I'm just like, yikes.
And there are people, well, again, as we wrap it up, there are people who think they have to grab everything by the horn. I got this. I got this. Every time I come in here, it's my spot, it's my place. But we cannot be peaceful when we keep trying to
run things.
Everything.
Run everything.
You know? So, you know, we'll have another piece of this segment
soon.
Because it's a big...
I mean, we could go on for about 17 hours just on one question.
Because, you know, hurt, disappointment, it happens every day.
My father always says, you could surprise me, but you can't disappoint me. I haven't gotten to that place in my life yet. Because I've been like, man, you done disappointed me. I really had faith in you. You know? So it's different levels to different things, you know? Yep. So you guys, please let us know, like, what's your little moment? What's your little gem? Like, how do you deal with the hurt, the disappointment? Do you hit it head on? Mm-hmm. Do you have meditation sessions? Do you go for endless shots? I mean, whatever. You know, like, whatever.
It's a learning curve. Just, you know, leave your comments down below. Let's learn from each other, because I could be stuck in a situation. Your comment would save me from
may brighten your day.
Like, whoa, that's all it took for that person to get
understand and get out of it.
So, again, welcome back to Effie's Bubble. Thank you for your continued support, and we will see you soon.
Like the kids say, like and subscribe.
And hit the what? What button?
I don't know. The subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, y'all.
Yes, y'all mean everything to us.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for going.
And
thank you for
the peach tea. It was great.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening all the way through. Please, please, please share your comments, share your thoughts, share your methods with us. We are human as well. So anything that you can share, we can probably learn from as well.
Yes.
Our viewers can learn. So peace. Till next time. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe.
And hit the notification button.
I said button.
Bye.
Oh, I'm gonna get the kids to say for y'all one time. Subscribe. Bill is a little older now. He can't say subscribe no more.